A year and a half after a massive fuel spill at an Oahu military facility, a new plan to protect our drinking water. Good evening, I'm Paula Akana.
And I'm Yunji Denise. It's a story we here at KITV4 have been following closely. Federal and state regulators have reached a settlement with the Navy and the Defense Department. KITV4's Catherine Cruz has our top story tonight.
20 tanks upgraded over 20 years. That's the new timetable set for dealing with Red Hills underground fuel tanks, which are a national security asset and a threat. Health and safety are why the military, the state, and EPA have been hashing out details of an enforcement order that spells out a work plan.
What the work plan will do is outline environmentally protective measures to allow the tanks to continue to function as a national defense resource, but it would also look at making sure, again, the groundwater resources are protected in the area.
The fuel supplies ships for the entire Pacific Fleet, but a catastrophic release of the 250 million gallons stored there is a threat to our drinking water.
You're looking at large tanks the size of basically Aloha Tower. And to do any kind of modifications to a tank like that not only takes a lot of time, but it also resources and funding.
The military has estimated that it has leaked more than 1 million gallons over the last decade since the facility was first built. The order calls for studies over the next 2 years to determine whether the tanks need to be double-lined to prevent future spills.
So they will do some hydrological modeling and evaluation of what releases have occurred, where they've occurred. We may require the Navy to install additional monitoring wells, for example, to find that information.
No one's sure where the old spills went, and the tanks sit 100 feet above our water table.
Because it's a very complex geological area, we have to make that determination of what the fate and transport of those potential contaminants in the groundwater may be flowing to.
But it's 2 years too long to wait when the most recent spill of 27,000 gallons happened a year and a half ago.
2 years does sound a bit long. However, they may have a reason for that. Until we take a hard look at it, we can't say if that's reasonable or unreasonable. Keep in mind, the facility was built during the Second World War with quarter-inch steel plate that is suffering corrosion. We believe that something more aggressive needs to be done with the containment vessels.
The work to upgrade the tanks is to be done in phases in line with military funding plans and based on engineering studies.
Now, the enforcement order isn't official until the public gets a chance to weigh in. There is a 30-day window starting today. There will also be a public hearing on June 18th at Wanalua Middle School cafeteria starting at 6:30. For links to the settlement, log on to the As Seen section of KITV.com.